Big production.
Yo, what is poppin' with the squad? We're looking at Bitfarms here on the NASDAQ. Alright, so now that we're getting into this, again, major highlight, I think that is the most important that we should be paying attention to, is the past 6 weeks, the volume coming into this stock. This right here is important. Why is there volume coming in at these prices? Overall thesis is that big money is preparing for the year or 2 years, 3 years to come in this stock, right? That's the overall thesis. So let's dig into that from a technical perspective. When we're looking at Bitfarms, I think it's very important to highlight the overall psychology of a market cycle, right? So if we look at an average stock market cycle, you need to think about what is retail and like the average investor, what are they thinking about, right? What does it look like for the person who bought up here? What does it look like for them around here, right? If you think of it from that perspective, it makes sense why we get this small correction that's happening. Again, the reason why I say it's small is because from late November to late December, there's a 230% move to the upside. And that's literally a month of trading. 1 month straight of trading, the stock goes up 230%. It's huge. That is huge, right? So when you see the stock now correct back around 30%, it's a small correction in retrospect. So I want to keep that in mind. Back to what I was saying. Think about the people who bought up here and they held it, right? So the people who bought in December 2021, who rode the price all the way down 93%, they now see the stocks, they're still holding it. They're only down 45%. Now is a great time if they've done no due diligence, if they're just an average thinker of markets. Like this is the average person who does no due diligence, does no effort into understanding technical analysis, has no idea where they are in the chart, right? When we look at the market cycle, the average person has no idea where they are on this chart. No idea. They don't even consider the market psychology behind the investment they're making. They have no clue. It makes sense for them to sell here because what they're thinking right now is, oh my God, dude, this might be the last chance I get before the stock goes back down to whatever it was at, which is like what, 50 cents, right? That's what they're thinking. They're thinking, oh, this thing's going back to 50 cents, man. Like I want to get out of this thing while I can. I was down 90%. Now I'm down for only 45%. I'm getting out of here while I can. Think about that mentality. That's why we're going to see a few weeks of sideways consolidation here. We're going to get another setup in this zone, and it's going to be a 6 setup. Whether it's a bull flag, whether it's a triangle, whether it's some sort of higher low being created in this range. And again, the range we're looking at here is this. We're looking, just go left on the chart. We have this gap that was created from here. And that's pretty much our zone, right? We had a major resistance throughout the past couple years where we rejected $2, rejected $2, rejected $2, right? Now we're above $2. We could develop some sort of pattern in this range before we get the continuation to the upside, right? Before we get another massive move, we need to see some sort of base develop. That's what I think is happening here. And it'll slowly, we need more time, of course. Look at the 3-day time frame. Again, the volume in this shit, it's insane. This is insane. Somebody or some people know something and they're trying to position themselves, right? So what are the catalysts for miners? Again, Bitcoin ETF. More importantly, the Bitcoin halving. Fees around Bitcoin are at all-time highs. Miners make money off fees. That's the catalyst. These three catalysts all together combined are what people are preparing for. So it's important, again, whenever you're looking at these charts, I really recommend take a look at the average market cycle and think about the psychology of the average investor who has no clue what they're doing. And this is what it looks like printed on a chart. Right now, we're in disbelief. It feels like it's a sucker's rally. Nobody wants to get caught. But this will lead us right here. And eventually, before you know it, things are going to get real freaky. So that's what we need to pay attention to. And again, you got to pair all this stuff with understanding of volume, understanding of support, understanding of resistance, whatever, supply, demand, whatever you want to call it. That's what we need to pay attention to. I think Bitfarms might be one of the best performing miners in 2024. Again, time will tell. Easy, guys.